Little wonder that people that have taken out time to know what essence of time means, they don't joke. They don't have time to waste. You look at them and you're wondering why they're always on the run, why they're always on the move. They have focus. There's a price before them. There's something they're aiming for, and once you aim for something that you can't afford to be distracted. What are your goals? What are your plans? What are your intentions? Who are you? What are you doing here on earth at this time? Why were you born in this century? Why were you born in this millennium? What do I have to offer? What do I have not to offer? What do I have to give? What do I have not to give? Questions, questions, questions. But if you can take out time and make up your mind to hone yourself, to train yourself through the fire. After all, they say that how can you get perfume if a rose petal or rose petals are not crushed? How do you get gold? How do you get silver if they're not taken through the fire? Why are we so much in a hurry to get to the finishing line when we've not even as much as prepped ourselves? Sometimes we hurry into self-destruction. Sometimes we hurry into calamity. Sometimes we hurry into premature death or undeserving death. Whether it's mental death, psychological death, physical death, spiritual death. But there's a death somewhere because we did not apply time as we ought to. Let's not hurry in life. Let's take out time, and do the needful. What really needs to be done in my life to make me matter? I talked about power. I talked about value. Talking about time. They're all interrelated. There's a common thread that binds them all together. If you take out time to build, don't compare yourself while you're building. And guess what? Whether you're building a home, whether you're building yourself, whether you're building a career, whether you're building a family, do not compare yourself to the next person, be it your neighbor, be it a friend, be it a family member, be it a stranger, be it your enemy. Do not compare. It's so dangerous. You are you and uniquely tailored for that matter. Aside from twins that look alike so much, even at that, I read somewhere that it has been scientifically proven that no human being has the same palm print. That is how different you are from the next person. So why not run your race per time? Take out time and do you. Build yourself and train yourself to be unique. Do not waste time. Because once you lose time, you can't get it back. Oh, I was going to read that book like 2 days ago. If I'd started, I would have been probably on chapter 44. But because I didn't read 2 days ago, I'm on chapter 20. I can't bring back 2 days ago. I can't bring 2 days ago into my reality or into my present. It's not possible. It's not doable. So let's make use of what we have right now. Let's make up for the time lost. They say make hay while the sun shines. Time is of the essence. It's important to maximize time. Because when we get to the latter phase of our lives and we look back, we could say that, that wasn't bad at all. Time. Let's maximize time. Let's make the best use of time. Because in the long run, what you do with your time really does matter. So, as I inspired this morning, I'm going to close by saying, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock goes the clock. Let's not waste any more time, because you still have time to make the best of your situation. Until next time, let's keep winning.
This is Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts. On Facebook, Housing TV Africa. On Twitter, Housing TV Africa. Instagram, Housing TV Africa. Join the conversation and keep up with latest housing updates.
Welcome back. Some good inspiration for everyday life. Now, moving on, we're looking at food sufficiency and security. And one popular quote by Nelson Mandela of blessed memory that comes to mind, I would love to quote that, says, as long as poverty, injustice, and gross inequality persist in our land or in our world, none of us can truly rest.
True, very deep.
Something to think about.
Yes, something
as we
to
talk
think
about this topic. So, doing justice to the focus, what's on our front burner this morning is Mr. Martins on Apona.
Yes, you're welcome, Mr. Martins. So, our focus today is agricultural projects, food security, and sufficiency. As someone who is into the agricultural sector deeply, just kindly define what food security and sufficiency really means in a layman's term.
Okay, thank you so much for having me one more time.
You're welcome.
In a layman's term, you could recall what transpired earlier this month. Nigerians were airing their minds, their view, as a result of high cost of food, lack of availability, quality issues and all that. So I think it's food sufficiency is the ability, I could define it as something whereby if a system where there is put in place for the humans to have access to something to consume on a daily basis. So when it's not sufficient, it becomes a problem. Then food security in a layman's understanding, which I'm just picking us back from what the end back government they talked about, but let's, on this context, let's focus on end hunger, which requires a major subject matter, food. Now, food security, you could define it as ensuring that food is always available at all time. When it's no longer available, then you can term it as food insecurity. And I think we should dwell more on food insecurity because currently there's no food security, there's no food sufficiency.
Okay, so around the world, it's a rare case for food production to be in proportion with the population size. For example, in Africa, a resource-rich in human natural resources and all of that, we deal with hunger issues every day. Now, I'd like to ask, what governs the spread of food production? What is the rationale behind it?
The spread or the unavailability of food?
No, I said, for example, Africa, a resource-rich continent, deals with hunger and subsidy-based agriculture, while developed countries flourish beyond their need. What governs the spread of food production? What is the rationale behind it?
Taking Africa, taking Nigeria as a case study as it is today, our government need to do more to ensure that there's increase in production. Now, if you are trying to compare us, African countries, especially Nigeria, to developed countries, they have all that is needed to ensure things work out very well. They're always ahead of time. Take, for example, they are aware of the issue of climate change, and they have started dealing with it before we as a nation start looking at that area and all that. Secondly, farmers are not really getting updates. The real farmers are not really getting updates at us when due and all that like that. So in terms of making things to work faster, the government should also know that agriculture play a major role in ensuring our economy grows very well, because we are dealing with humans here. Sometimes people talk about government, I see it as a word. Government is not a robot. They are humans who manage their affairs, who implement policies, who made bills. So you also need humans to make sure the implementation of those policies work effectively. So for the developed countries you are talking about, they make their policies, they ensure that the policies are what? Be implemented.
Something our leaders should learn from.
Exactly. So, Mr. Martins, before I move to my next question concerning, because you made mention of climate change, you know, this issue is one issue that we want to find out the generation of